A veteran of 3 wars has a birthday surprise.
Find out how the Wellness Center can help you restart your fitness goals.
Soldiers learn about opportunities for transitioning to civilian life.
Welcome to this week's Marne Report. I'm Kaylin Kenny.
And I'm Army Sergeant Dean Gannon with 1st Brigade Public Affairs. Soldiers from Fort Stewart and Hunter Army Airfield showed up to celebrate the 90th birthday of a very special veteran. Retired Chief Warrant Officer 4 Matthew Suddeth is a proud military veteran of World War II, the Korean and Vietnam Wars. He expected a small get-together for his birthday, but instead he had one he'll never forget. Photojournalist Zach Renstrom has more.
Pops came to me about 6 months ago and said he was turning 90 and he was really excited, and because he knows I like to plan parties, he asked if I would take over planning for his birthday. And so it was originally going to be just a small affair with the Magnolia Manor residents and some family. And then I think I got the idea probably from White Christmas. I was thinking about, you know, when the general comes to the door with his granddaughter and the door opens and everybody stands at attention, and I thought that would be amazing if we could get some soldiers from the area to come and respect Pops and show what a great job he's done serving the country, because military has been very, very important in his life.
The word got out that we had a 3-time veteran from World War II, Korea, and Vietnam, and he was going to have a surprise birthday party. And so the emails started sending across all over Hunter Army Airfield, and we decided, well, how can we possibly miss this opportunity to be a part of this surprise birthday party?
Very excited about it, and I was proud of it. They did a good job, an outstanding job. The soldiers looked great, and they represented themselves very well. I enjoyed it.
Sir, it is my great honor to give you this coin for Hunter Army Airfield.
To have an American who has served not only in World War II and Korea, which honestly you see a fair number of those veterans, but for someone whose service continued into the Vietnam War, that's tremendous. And it speaks to the character of his service and his passion and dedication for soldiering.
I have a surge of pride whenever I put my uniform on. I wear it every opportunity I can get. I'm proud of my service, I'm proud of my country, and I'm proud of the uniform itself.
And what I'd like to do is I just want to present a plaque. It's from the Falcon Brigade. The certificate of appreciation is awarded to CW4 retired Matthew Suddeth, Sr. to honor the celebration of your 90th birthday and your distinguished Army career that included service in World War II, the Korean War, and the Vietnam War.
6 years of work was recognized as the mighty 8th Air Force Museum dedicated its fully restored B-17 Flying Fortress aircraft, named the City of Savannah. Hunter Army Airfield Garrison Commander Lieutenant Colonel William Bowman, along with Fort Stewart's Garrison Commander Colonel Kevin Gregory, joined other military dignitaries who attended the ceremony. The event also marked the 73rd anniversary of the 8th Air Force's activation in Savannah. Photojournalist Zach Renstrom brings us the story.
One of 12,731 B-17s built during World War II. You'll see a beautiful high bar H on the tail, and I know the crew's really proud of that. It's going to be rechristened today as the City of Savannah. That B-17 serves as an icon of American ingenuity, its industrial might, and air power. It was through these aircraft that 8th Air Force became known as the Mighty 8th. At the height of our strength, we could launch over 1,000 bombers and 1,000 fighters in a single day. Sometimes more than that. For Normandy, 2,600 bomber sorties in one day, supporting the Army in its invasion into France. Tens of thousands of young men, average age 20, took to the skies in these aircraft and helped defeat the Third Reich and return Europe to peace, as well as playing a role in the end towards the capitulation of Japan as they transitioned over to Okinawa. Tens of thousands of men, as Henry already alluded to, also perished in this cause, nearly 26,000. So we were mighty in number, yes. Mighty in sacrifice, absolutely.
To stand in front of this B-17 it's a once-in-a-lifetime experience. To be here at the ceremony and hear how all the veterans and volunteers from Savannah and the region come together to put this together as the most accurately and best restored B-17 in the world. And then personally, the fact that they have Hunter Field on the nose art and the tail art of this particular aircraft, recognizing it as the 5,000th aircraft to pass through Hunter Field at the time to go deploy to combat in the European theater, that is a very special significance, and I am definitely humbled to be standing here today.
The affairs of mankind quickly pass into history, but what is left to us are the symbols, the material objects, as well as the memories. And the men and women who have worked over the last 6 years to give us this incomparable restoration have given a gift of symbolism with which we can remember the sacrifice and the triumph of those Americans of 1941 to 1945.
I saw it when it came in on trailers in pieces. These guys have done a fantastic job. Unbelievable. Because I watched it from almost day one that it got here. I flew 32 missions, and nobody told you that you could get hurt doing this. I saw my first B-17 blow up. At a fire number 3 engine behind the firewall. He was pulling away from the formation. Boom. 9 men gone. But we're very lucky individuals who are still here. I'm the last man on my crew.
Are you about to leave the Army or thinking about retirement? Soldiers who depart the military can attend events like the Fort Stewart Transition Summit as a tool to help transition more smoothly into civilian life.
I'm here at Club Stewart at the Fort Stewart Transition Summit. The summit is here to help soldiers and families guide them into the right direction on how to transition into the civilian life when they get out. As soldiers depart the U.S. Army, whether their reasons are natural attrition or military cuts in troop strength, events like the Fort Stewart Transition Summit are a tool that can help departing soldiers transition into civilian life.
Basically what you have is the private sector, public sector coming together to really give hundreds and hundreds of soldiers and their spouses here at Fort Stewart a leg up on transitioning to the civilian world. Months and months before they're getting out, it's a full day and a half of workshops, a job fair, panels, and information for these men and women.
While the information sharing event was beneficial to soldiers who are transitioning out of the Army, veterans and military spouses were also welcome to gain insight at the forum.
Veterans and military spouses make great employees, and they just need to learn how to sell themselves.
The summit offered interactive forums, panel discussions, networking reception, employment panel and workshops, hiring fair, and a career forum.
There's great workshops that cover everything from how to fix your resume to learning about working in the federal government. There's a great workshop for military spouses, how they can figure out how to navigate LinkedIn and all the other networks to get the best possible job they can.
Cohen added that it is important for those departing soldiers to get a head start in planning their civilian career path.
Folks wait too late in the transition process to really start thinking about what they're going to do and how they're going to get there for their post-military careers. And so summits like this, which we're hosting around the country, are so important because several months before you're really thinking about getting out, you're getting all the education and meeting and talking to employers so that you're ready to go when the day comes.
For soldiers who will be transitioning out of the Army, like Specialist Christina Antonio with 92nd Engineers, the summit was her head start to begin processing her civilian career outside the military.
I'm getting out the Army. I'm leaving in about 16 months, give or take. And it's everyone's concern. What am I going to do when I get out? I'm no longer going to be in uniform. With that being said, I need to know how I'm going to go ahead and support myself as well as my family. This is a tremendous opportunity. It's just a stepping stone in which direction I want to go, whether it's entrepreneurship or actually joining a big corporation.
Did you know that the Transition Summit also assists veterans and military spouses as well? Check out the U.S. Chamber's Hiring Our Heroes website for more information.
Vanguard Brigade is the first unit in the Army to be equipped with the Joint Battle Command Platform, or JBCP. The system is a software upgrade to current tracking systems that allow soldiers to see who and what is near them, friendly or otherwise.
According to a soldier using the system, the upgrade makes the program more streamlined and user-friendly. 4th Brigade will continue to give feedback on JBCP in the field, including Vanguard Focus and their upcoming rotation at the Joint Readiness Training Center at Fort Polk, Louisiana.
All right, go ahead and take 2 steps forward.
I never thought this would happen to me. I made one dumb mistake. One night, I was out hanging out with friends, having a good time, drinking a couple beers. Then I made a bad decision. A decision that would affect the rest of my career as a military officer and the rest of my life.
I'm cold. There's been an accident.
Or the life of somebody else.
I think it's 1:44. It's dark, and I'm cold.
Yes, like you, I took the Marne Pride pledge. I promised not to drink and drive, yet I did. That decision landed me behind bars and cost me nearly $6,000. Like you, I thought this would never happen to me, but it did, and it could happen to you too.
The safety of the community is important to Team Stewart. From January 19th to the 25th, there are 5 DUIs and third ID.
Don't let alcohol start the year in the back of a police car. Have some Marne pride. Don't drink and drive.
Coming up on the Marne Report, auditions showcase local youth talents.
And you try your best, but you don't succeed. When you get what you want, but not what you need. When you feel so tired, but you can't sleep. He's not one of us. Stuck in reverse. And tears come streaming down your face. When you lose something you can't replace. Lights will guide you home, and I will try to fix you.
Welcome back to the Marne Report. Are you looking for some fun things to do with your family? Then let's check in with Martha Jackson, who is here to give us a look at an upcoming event.
Hi, I'm Martha Jackson, and this is your MWR Minute. Enjoy a regional, national, or themed cuisine during Club Stewart's Bistro Thursday. Beginning February 5th, Bistro Night will be offered on the first Thursday of each month at Thunder Run Restaurant in Club Stewart. Serving time will take place between 5 and 8 p.m. and features a full salad bar, a selection of appetizers, several themed entree choices, and a selection of desserts. Soft drinks are included and bar service is also available. Come out and enjoy Chinese New Year themed cuisine with us in February, Irish dishes in March, Italian cuisine in April, and our spicy Latin night cuisine in May. The cost is $12.95 per adult and $6.95 for children ages 10 and under. For more information, give Club Stewart a call at 912-767-4717. To learn more about our upcoming MWR events, visit us online at www.stewartmwr.com or www.huntermwr.com. FMWR, we're your complete destination for family, fun, and fitness.
Many children have dreams of making it big. For some, it's a career in music. For others, it's dancing or acting, but most of them never receive the chance to show the world what they can do. The Celebrating Youth Talent Show will be an opportunity where 20 lucky children have a chance to do just that. Photojournalist Zach Renstrom caught up with some of the hopefuls for the February 21st talent show and brings us their story.
There is power in the name of Jesus.
When I grow up, I want to be an actress and a model, and thought this opportunity would be the lifetime. I chose that song because I thought it was powerful. Oh, stop. I know it's powerful, and it just touches people's lives, and I love that when I dance.
As a senior pastor of the Multicultural Gospel Service, I decided to sponsor Celebrating Youth Talent Showcase for 2 reasons. One, I saw it as a great opportunity to do outreach in the community, and anything to inspire and motivate our youth to build on their strengths, I'm a true advocate for it.
You told me on a Sunday that it wasn't gonna work.
It makes me feel absolutely wonderful because there are not a lot of things, recreational things for our children to do, and to know that yes, we actually met a huge need for our military people. As an officer in the United States Army, we are not just about meeting the needs of soldiers, but we're about meeting the needs of families, especially from a chaplain perspective. So I was just thrilled to see all of our children come out, and they were happy to share their gifts and audition their gifts. So as an officer, it just made me proud to be a part of an institution that not only is about defense for our country, but meeting the needs of our children.
He has done marvelous, he has done marvelous things. Praise the Lord.
This will be another venue to show the community that Fort Stewart is committed to reaching out and creating partnerships with agencies and churches within the community, that we are not just isolated.
Marvelous things.
Our children deal with a lot of negativity in the world, in the community, and in school. And for them to know that somebody else sees the gifts and talents that they have, and they're wanting to encourage them to perfect that, I think it was huge for the children, and that's why they came out.
Praise the Lord. He has done marvelous, he has done.
People didn't think I can sing, so you know, when I joined the choir, people was like, "You singing for churches?" It's kind of weird, you know, but I just like to sing now. And you got to believe in something. You can't just go out there, oh man, I'm gonna do this by myself. You ain't doing it by yourself. It's somebody, and I think the community needs to know that hey, this is what God does, you know.
He has done glorious things. Praise the Lord.
When I went with them, I felt comfortable. It wasn't like, oh man, if I don't do this right, you know, I messed up. No, it's not that much to remember. It's not that hard because I got a whole crew.
I think teenagers have the same need as adults, which is to be affirmed, to feel important. Teenagers are at the point in their lives where they're going through an identity crisis, and they're trying to figure out who they are and what strengths they have. And this venue today to audition for the Celebrating Youth Talent Showcase in February, to meet with an actual professional producer and to audition before a professional producer gave our teenagers an opportunity to say, somebody else sees something positive in me. This is a gift that I have. They don't get that affirmation going to the bowling alley or going to the theater with their buddies, but they got that here. To say that, yeah, I know I sing well at home in the shower, but this producer says, I really sound good. You know, I play well, or I dance, or drama. And so it was just a great venue for them to reaffirm within themselves these special gifts and talents that they already knew that they had. They just needed it to be affirmed. And this connects them with somebody who can tell them, yeah, you are really good. You are really special. And you need to build on that gift.
Oh, why are we waiting so long? I'm suffocating.
Oh, why are we waiting so long? I'm suffocating.
I feel it's important because a lot of kids in the military don't get to do stuff like this, and it's really hard for them to, put themselves out there with all the moves and everything that they have to do. So I think this is really important to everybody who's in the military. My dad, he supports me a lot. He's not always at home because he has to work, but when he is there, when he can be there all the time, he is, and he's a very good supporter of what I do.
Just to give her the life experiences, she has this dream of, wanting to do this, and I, believe in supporting my kids' dreams and what they want to do. So if we have the chance and the opportunity to give her those options and those availabilities and life experiences, we're going to do it.
Put my mind at ease and tell me what about us.
As the saying goes, everything you put on the internet stays there, forever. So make sure you protect your privacy and that of your family on social media. Protect your Facebook, Twitter, and other social media platforms from those who can use the information to target you or the Army. Don't accept friends or followers you don't know in the real world, and don't put up personally identifiable information such as hometown, date of birth, or current location. Remember OPSEC and stay cyber safe.
1, 2, 3. Alrighty.
The Tax Center is now open to active duty military, their family members, and retirees. Their free tax filing service allows you to complete your taxes stress-free. We had talked to Captain Marissa Zader about what services they offer. Let's see again what she had to say. January not only starts the new year, but it's also the start of tax season. Tax forms are handed out and you can begin to get last year's finances in order. With us today is Captain Marissa Zader with the Judge Advocate General Office at Fort Stewart to talk about the tax resources they offer. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you very much for having me.
What is the Marne Tax Center?
The Marne Tax Center is a facility both at Fort Stewart and Hunter Army Airfield. It's a 3ID mission to provide quality, cost-free tax preparation for eligible members.
And where is this center located?
We have 2 locations, like I said, one at Fort Stewart and one at Hunter Army Airfield. The tax center is located in building 1211. It's at 638 Horace Emmett Wilson Boulevard. Their phone number is 315-3675. And here at Fort Stewart, our tax center is located at 2233 Golick Avenue in building 816, and the phone number is 767-1040.
So who is eligible to use the Marne Tax Center?
All soldiers and service members are eligible to use the Marne Tax Center, as well as their family members and retirees.
Why should I use them?
Well, taxes change every year, and we have well-trained, certified individuals that will prepare your taxes for you. They can prepare both state and federal taxes, and it's cost-free.
Awesome. You can save a lot of money on your tax money.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And when does the Tax Center open?
The Tax Center opens on January 29th. We will be open from 8:45 to 4 p.m. on Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And on Thursdays, we'll open from 11 to 4 p.m.
Great. And what should I bring if I have to go?
Everyone needs to bring with them their military ID card and their Social Security card. Also, you want to bring any financial documents that you might need, such as your W-2. If you have any questions, you can check out the Marne Client Services Facebook page or call either the Fort Stewart or the Hunter Army Airfield Tax Center.
Thank you, Captain, for coming by.
Thank you so much for having me.
Can we take this and put it over here?
The January sun reported late for duty at Fort Stewart, but the leaders came ready to work. The participating non-commissioned officers took a day away from their PRT-based regiments to enjoy a critical thinking and team-building event. Lane safeties presented each 4 to 5 person team with mission-based scenarios containing restrictions and hazards, forcing them to rely on one another while recognizing each person's strengths and weaknesses. Getting each leader to the objective is a relatively simple task. After all, these are senior non-commissioned officers. But to successfully complete each task, the teams also had to make sure none of their equipment was lost while completing the mission. Hypothetical contaminated or raging streams, unusable equipment, and a 10-minute time limit per station were other factors designed to get cooperation and creativity flowing. The NCOs were up to the task, with all missions accomplished to standard and only one obstacle taking over 8 minutes. Many were completed in just over 4 minutes. Reporting for 1st Brigade Raiders, I'm Army Sergeant Dean Gannon. Did you know Army Emergency Relief is a resource for all active duty and retired soldiers and their families, whether you're single, married, or divorced? A substantial amount of their financial assistance goes to service members with families because they often face more budgetary problems. However, AER provides financial assistance for everyone, regardless of marital status. Check out the programs and services available through your local Army Emergency Relief Office. To find out what's happening across Fort Stewart and Hunter Army Airfield, we turn to the Frontline newspaper.
Let's check in with Managing Editor Elvia Kelly for this week's news.
Hello, I'm Elvia Kelly, and I'll be giving you the latest details from the Frontline. For the January 29th edition, check out the front page story where leaders from across the 3rd Infantry Division honored a World War II veteran. The Fort Stewart Transition Summit joined forces with industry members in an effort to help soldiers, veterans, and military spouses find jobs. And last but not least, Check out our community and leisure section where Hunter hosts Gulfstream Leadership Program for high school students. Senior leaders from both Fort Stewart and Hunter Army Airfield joined in honoring the 90th birthday of a World War II, Korean War, and Vietnam War veteran at Magnolia Manor on the coast. Retired Chief Warrant Officer 4 Matthew Sudath of Statesboro, Georgia, was honored by family and friends along with commanders from all around the 3rd Combat Aviation Brigade, 3rd Infantry Division, and the garrison commanders from both Fort Stewart and Hunter. As soldiers depart the U.S. Army, whether the reasons are natural attrition or military cuts in troop strength, events like the Fort Stewart Transition Summit are a tool that can help departing soldiers transition into civilian life. More than 60 companies from the summit's Hiring Our Heroes employer list were provided. The U.S. Department of State, Lockheed Martin, Gulfstream Aerospace, Savannah-Chandler Metropolitan Police Department, and American Red Cross are just a few of the employers from the list. Gulfstream's Senior Leadership Program, also known as SLP, sponsored the workshop with the Savannah-Chandler Board of Education to expose students grades 9 through 12 to a multitude of career options after graduation, including civilian and military jobs in the U.S. Army. Hunter Army Airfield's Triscott Air Terminal served as an inspirational backdrop for 600 high school students who hurried off their buses into the terminal through a maze of cheers and high fives from community advisors. Join us on the Marne Report to catch the most current news and events found on the Frontline across Fort Stewart, Hunter Army Airfield, and online at our Frontline website at stewartfrontline.com.
Coming up, find out where you can get your health back on track.
I can't do this anymore. I can't do us. What's wrong with you? It's not getting.
You are dealing with pain, anger, a heaviness. It feels like there is no way out. It seems like you are in this by yourself, battling alone. But you are part of one Army family, shoulder to shoulder with a community there to get you through these hard times. There is no shame, no guilt in seeking out help. So if you are struggling, feeling depressed, or even having thoughts of suicide, it is time to talk to someone. Your Army family is committed to finding you the strength and hope you need to rebound from adversity. Because, above all else, our most essential resource is you.
Welcome back. In this week's Task Force Fitness, Fort Stewart's Army Wellness Center on Gulick Avenue has resources available for you to kickstart your fitness goals for free.
The Army Wellness Center is here to provide primary prevention services and programs to improve the overall well-being of our active duty, family members, DA civilians, and retirees. So we offer some evidence-based testing to include body composition analysis with our bod pod, fitness testing, metabolic testing, stress management, general wellness education, and tobacco education. You can just walk in, self-referral, you can just give us a call, you can stop by for a tour to decide if it's right for you. We can do medical referrals, but you don't need a referral, and it's free of charge for everyone. So, we definitely encourage utilizing the gym or, at-home workouts, but we're here to provide that one-on-one support. So again, we're gonna do that evidence-based testing. We're gonna see where you're at, what your starting point is, whether it's your body composition, your cardiovascular health, your metabolism, things like that. And we're gonna provide you that weekly, that ongoing support. You don't just come here one time. You're gonna come back, and we're here to help you reach your goals. So the gym is there, but you can utilize us for our areas of expertise in nutrition and fitness and coaching and stress management. We'll help you along the way to reach your goal. We are very open-minded, non-judgmental people. When you walk in, you're hopefully gonna feel welcome. And there's no expectations. Just come in, have one appointment with us, and I promise you'll have a good experience. You'll want to come back. And we're all about just providing whatever information and guidance you want out of us. If you only want to come in just for an appointment to know your numbers and leave, that's great. Or if you want to come meet with us weekly for that coaching and guidance, then we're here to help in whatever way that you want to utilize us for. We do offer other classes. So all the classes are free. We do go out to units. We can assist with FRGs. So utilize us, just give us a call, and we can get you set up to meet whatever goals you have.
That's all for this week's Marne Report.
You can watch the Marne Report in the morning at 5, 5:30, and 8 and 8:30. noon, and in the evening at 5, 5:30, 9, 11. Or as always, check us out on the web at stewart.army.mil, on Vimeo at vimeo.com/thirdid, and on the Third ID YouTube channel. Have a great week. Rock of the Marne.